Your heart is pounding, and you don't even know why. Your hands feel cold, your chest feels tight, and your brain is screaming. Most people just call this stress and move on with their day. But honestly, something wildly complex is happening inside your body right now, and you don't even realize it's been running since humans lived in caves. This is not just a feeling. This is a full biological takeover. Your body is doing things you never consciously chose to do. Trust me, once you see this, you will never feel stress the same way again. Every single system inside you shifts when stress hits, every single one. And the part that gets me is how perfectly designed this response actually is. Something is about to click for you in the next few minutes. You are going to understand why your body reacts the way it does. And more importantly, you will understand what it's doing to you long term, because the stress response has a dark side most people completely miss. If you want to understand how your mind and body really work together, we break down the hidden psychology behind what you feel every single day. What's coming next in this video might genuinely change how you see yourself. Hit subscribe so you never miss another one of these. Okay, so let's go back to the very beginning of all this. Imagine you were walking through a forest thousands of years ago. Suddenly, a predator steps out from behind a tree right in front of you. Your brain does not sit there and think about what to do next. It reacts before your conscious mind even registers what happened. That reaction, that instant automatic survival switch, is called the stress response. And here's the crazy part. Your brain still uses that exact same system today. It does not know the difference between a tiger and a work deadline. Honestly, that one fact changes everything about how you understand your own stress. The moment your brain senses a threat, it sends out an emergency alarm signal. That signal travels from a tiny part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of the amygdala as your brain's smoke detector, always scanning, always watching. When it senses danger, it fires a message down to your body instantly, and your body starts doing things that feel almost out of your control, because they are. That's the whole point of this system. And this is where it gets really interesting. Your brain sends a message to your adrenal glands, which sit right on top of your kidneys. These glands release adrenaline into your bloodstream in a matter of seconds. Adrenaline is the chemical that makes your heart race and your breath quicken. It's what makes your muscles tense up and your senses sharpen instantly. You've felt this, the sudden rush when something startles you out of nowhere. That chemical flooding your body is ancient, powerful, and incredibly fast. Most people miss the fact that this happens before they even feel scared. The body moves first, the feeling comes second. Your brain is that quick.
Your heart rate jumps because your muscles need more oxygen to fight or run. Blood gets pulled away from your stomach and redirected to your arms and legs. That's why stress kills your appetite and makes your stomach feel knotty and weird. Your digestion literally slows down or shuts off when you are under pressure. Your body is saying surviving is more important than digesting that lunch right now. This is called the fight or flight response, and it is absolutely brilliant design. But here's the part most people don't notice. Your pupils dilate so you can see threats more clearly in that moment. Your pain tolerance actually increases because your body needs you to keep moving. Your immune system temporarily suppresses itself to save energy for immediate survival. Blood starts clotting faster so that if you get injured, you won't bleed as much. Your body is preparing for physical battle even if you're just sitting at your desk. Think about how wild that is. You're answering emails and your body thinks you might die. Now, alongside adrenaline, your brain also releases another chemical called cortisol. Cortisol is known as the stress hormone, and it works on a slower timeline. While adrenaline handles the first 10 seconds, cortisol takes over after that. It keeps your body in high alert mode for much longer periods of time. And honestly, cortisol is where stress starts getting genuinely dangerous for people, because cortisol does not care how long your emergency lasts, it just keeps flowing. And this is where it gets really interesting. When cortisol stays high for days, weeks, or even months at a time, things change. Your brain's structure actually begins to physically shift under chronic stress conditions. The hippocampus, the part of your brain that handles memory, starts to shrink. That's why chronic stress makes it so hard to remember things or think clearly. You're not just tired, your brain is literally being reshaped by the pressure. And most people just blame themselves for not being sharp enough or focused enough. But it is not a personal failure, it is a chemical reality happening inside your head. Cortisol also increases inflammation throughout your entire body over time. Inflammation is linked to heart disease, chronic pain, and even mental health disorders. This is why doctors say stress is one of the most dangerous things for your health. It is not dramatic to say stress is silently hurting you. It's literally true. Your immune system, your heart, your brain, stress touches every single one.
But here's the part most people don't notice. Your nervous system has two main modes, and stress forces you into only one of them. The first mode is called the sympathetic nervous system. That's your fight or flight state. The second is called parasympathetic. That's your rest and digest state. When you are stressed, your sympathetic system takes full control of your body, and your parasympathetic system gets suppressed until the threat is gone. The problem is, modern stress never fully goes away from most people today. So millions of people are walking around stuck in fight or flight constantly every day. Your body was designed for short bursts of stress, not a permanent emergency state. Think about what that does to you over time, physically and mentally both. Your sleep gets disrupted because cortisol interferes with your natural sleep hormones. Your mood becomes harder to regulate because your emotional brain is always on edge. Your relationships suffer because a stressed brain is a defensive, reactive brain, always. You snap at people you love not because you are a bad person at all. You snap because your nervous system is treating the world like it wants to hurt you. And this is where it gets really interesting. Here's something that honestly blew my mind when I first learned this truth. Your body cannot fully tell the difference between real and imagined threats either. If you think about a stressful situation, your brain activates the same stress system. Just worrying about something that hasn't happened yet triggers real cortisol release. Imaginary stress creates very real chemical and physical changes in your actual body. This is why anxiety is so exhausting. Your body is responding to nothing tangible. You haven't faced a single real danger, and yet you are chemically drained. Trust me, this one fact alone explains so much about why modern life feels so heavy. Your body is also doing something interesting with your memory during stress moments. Stressful memories get tagged by the brain as important and are stored more intensely. That's why you can remember traumatic or scary moments with such sharp detail. Your brain adds extra chemical emphasis to anything that happened during high stress. This is useful for survival, but it's also why stress can become deeply traumatic. And it's why people sometimes feel triggered by things that remind them of old stress. The memory is stored differently, felt differently, and recalled more powerfully than normal. But here's the part most people don't notice. There is a part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex that handles rational thinking. It's responsible for logic, decision-making, and keeping your emotions in check daily. Under acute stress, blood flow decreases to your prefrontal cortex significantly. That means when stress peaks, your ability to think rationally literally drops offline.
If this video made you see yourself differently, that's exactly what ThoughtCraft is for. We are here to help you understand the hidden psychology running your life every day. Subscribe to ThoughtCraft right now and become someone who actually understands themselves deeply. Drop a comment below and tell us, when does your stress hit the hardest in life? Because I promise you, you are not alone in what your body is going through. And the more you understand it, the more power you slowly, genuinely take back.